Hello, brave souls, and welcome back to Tarot Cafe with Chris. Brave souls, I know you are used to tarot readings on this channel, but I had an inspiration to do something else. I got this idea while wondering why I always delay tasks, why I make these lists of things I have to do, and I rarely do it unless it's really late and I have a deadline, and that's when things get complicated. I think you know what I'm talking about. I had discovered a certain thing called procrastination, and after reading about it, I realized I do all those things that it seems are related to this term. I delay, I don't pull myself to do it, I do something else instead, or I just zoom out and don't focus on anything. Apparently, procrastination is a pattern, something we learn by repeating. It can have a root in trauma, a low self-esteem, and it is often a protective mechanism we adopt as children. For me, it was a deep conviction that no matter what I do it wrong. Or I'm not good enough, I always make mistakes. So I got to the conclusion that if I can't do it right, why bother doing it at all? This was because I developed a protective mechanism against an overly critical father who always pointed out the mistakes and the wrongdoings, entirely overlooking the things that I did right. So I developed this habit that whenever I had to do something, anything really, I would sabotage myself by feeling tired, burdened, stressed, up to a point where anxiety was my middle name. I would overthink, overanalyze, and delay because I thought I can't do it until it's perfect. But nothing ever is perfect. Perfection is an illusion. So at one point, I said, I can't do this anymore. I have to change it because it's not right. It's not useful. And I was tired and sick of it. I actually wanted to achieve things, to follow my dreams, but how can you do that if you are unable to take some kind of action? And you always delay. You never have the energy to do it. So I thought to myself, how do I get out of it? It seems at one point I read somewhere that it's actually procrastination is a thought pattern, a behavior pattern. And like any other pattern, it can be changed. How? Well, repetition, patience, and time. But I found out later, because I tried to do the things I read about it to change my pattern, but procrastination got in the way, of course. So I realized the secret is joy, is enjoying what you're doing. Because when you enjoy doing something, you're passionate about it, it gives you satisfaction, you get a result out of it, it changes everything. The action is different, your willpower is different, and you don't postpone it, you actually want to do it, and you want to do it now in this moment, and repeat it. So I thought, how do I do this? How do I learn myself to repeat something until it becomes natural and actually enjoy it? And I remembered learning how to drive. At this point, I've been driving almost daily for 23 years. And I love to drive. I love to just get in the car, and even if I don't have anywhere to go, I just choose a destination or just randomly drive because I enjoy it. I enjoy the road ahead. I enjoy the view, listening to music. And honestly, when I'm alone in the car, it's the only place and time I actually sing. I'm not a really great singer, actually. So it gives me some kind of freedom, and it allows me to relax, to enjoy myself. And driving by this point is a reflex, a muscle reflex. Are you aware that when you are driving, sometimes your mind wanders and you think of other things, and you get home, for example, and you are like, you don't remember how you got there, because although you pay attention to the road, to what happens, to where you're going, it's not that it requires all your attention. It's just a small part of your attention and focus, and it's more of a reflex. It's something you taught yourself, and you are now confident enough to do it without even thinking about it. Okay, you don't have to think, okay, now I have to change lanes, or now I have to press the gas pedal or change into gear. All of this comes natural. You've learned it, you've practiced it to the point where it's automatic. This is a behavioral pattern. It's something you learned, repeated, and if you enjoy it, it's more likely to get stuck into your muscle. So I thought, okay, how do I defeat, let's say, procrastination and make a list of intentions, of things to do, and actually get them done and enjoy it? So the first thing I thought, okay, I need to change my approach to lists, basically. So I've called it a cheat checklist to defeat procrastination. In order to get used to the list, the doing and the checking, you need to make it fun, actually, to enjoy it, and feel that sense of achievement once that list is checked. It's done. So, where do we start? We start by cheating, as it's called, because we don't want to get angry or defensive or overburdened by those tasks. We all know that going to the gym intention that never lasts, or eating healthy programs that just disappear, or those productive lists we want to do and those goal lists we want to achieve, and they kind of fade away. So we're going to do this and keep it fun and easy. A 1 minute easy, a 20 seconds easy. How? We start simple. A piece of paper and a pen. First step is to write down 3 things you do every day and you like doing them. Now remember, the goal is to keep it fun and easy. Again, that's why we cheat. So, write down 3 things. You drink your coffee or your tea. You play with your pets. You play with your children. You play a game on your phone. Okay? It's fine. Write it down. You garden maybe. I wrote down the first time 3 things. I drink my coffee, which I really enjoy. So that's why I brought my little pot here. It's my meditation moment. Whenever I drink my coffee, I like to sit in silence, enjoy it, and sometimes I put on tarot reading videos on YouTube. It's my moment of peace. So that's one of them, all right? I drink coffee. Always present tense. We always use the present tense, the present moment. Then I listen to tarot readings on YouTube. Okay, I do it every day. I enjoy it. I listen to tarot readings. 1, 2, it doesn't matter. And the third, I read somewhere that in order to widen your perspective, you need to widen your view, the way you look. We are always focused on our phones, our TVs, our tablets, laptops, paper. So I wanted to relax my eyes a little bit one day, and I heard someone saying, look at the sky, in order to relax your view and get a bigger picture. So I wrote down, I look at the sky. And I said to myself, I'm going to do these 3 things for 3 days. And I think it was Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And you can play with it. You can do it 3 things in 3 days, or 1 thing in 1 day, 2 things in 1 day, 1 thing in 2 days, just whatever feels easy. Remember, the point is to get used to making the list and checking. I heard checking it twice. Sorry, I'm filming this close to Christmas. So sorry. What we want to achieve is to get used to the list and the check of the list in order to feel proud of ourselves, okay? That's the whole point of this thing. So, as I already was doing the first thing, the coffee and the tarot readings, I started looking at the sky. Now, I had a moment in my car when I was looking, I was at the stop, a red light, and I remembered, look at the sky. So I looked through my windshield at the sky in front of me. And I had such a realization. I never realized how big my windshield is because I was always looking to the road in front of me. But when I gazed to the whole picture through the windshield of my car, I thought, wow, that's a wide windshield. So it does change your perspective. In that moment, for a brief moment, it felt like I wasn't even in the car, that I was outside looking at the sky. So I keep this list on my nightstand, near my phone charger, somewhere I know I will see it, preferably before I go to bed, because life is hectic, okay? And we forget things, we do other stuff, and things just slip out of our mind. So I make sure I put my list somewhere I know I'm going to see it. And in the evening, if I drink coffee anyway in the morning, so that's done. If there's something I haven't done, all right, that's why I say keep it simple, 1 minute or 20 seconds. If there's something on the list you haven't done, you can do it right then. Even if, let's say, you didn't play with your children because it's school, work, and you had other activities, you can, in that moment, even if they're asleep, go to them, give them a kiss, and say, I love you. And you can check that. I understand that you are with your kids, okay, every day. But I'm just saying, with your pet, or I look at the sky, if I forget this and it's nighttime, I have to go to sleep, I just can look out the window or go outside if you can, on a balcony, or if you have a yard. It only takes 5 seconds, 10 seconds. But you have then the list checked. And just by checking your list, let's do another color. By checking your list, there is a certain pride of achieving. This is a tangible result that you have, that you've done something, you've completed something. And there's a certain, I know there's a chemical reaction that happens. I don't remember the technical stuff. You can Google it or search it online. But just the task of realizing I've done this, I've completed this, gives you a sense of accomplishment, of being proud of yourself, of encouragement, and it changes your perspective about yourself, especially if you have been raised a certain way and you've got this idea of yourself that you're not good enough, you can't do anything, you always waste your time, So this is a simple step that you can do to actually change this trauma response, basically, that it's called procrastination. This procrastination is not a normal behavior. It was taught, it was developed as a defensive mechanism, and you can change it. Again, yes, it takes time, a little bit of effort, but mostly If you enjoy it and you actually wish to change it, you can do it. It is in your power. So just to make it fun, use a piece of paper, maybe like this, a notebook, your journal if you have one, a post-it, use different colors, put images, anything that makes you enjoy it, that makes you say, okay, this is easy, I'm going to do it. And just remember that you're doing this for yourself. You're not doing this for anybody else. This is for you, for your best interest. This is for you to be able to change something that isn't allowing you to grow, that gets in the way of your dreams, because that's what procrastination is. And remember, it's just a thinking pattern, a behavior pattern that can be changed, and it's in your power to do that. So once you've done this, and it's kind of a daily routine, once you feel natural doing it, doing these lists and checking them, expand. Change the things on your list. Put something you don't necessarily do it every day, but you would like to do it. Again, an idea to cheat the checklist. I don't really like doing the dishes. I'm sorry, it's something I don't enjoy. But I thought, okay, let's put it on the list for 2 days. Just so I put it on the list. And I was used to the list by now. And I don't have to wait until the evening to remember it. I have it in my head all day. And at one point, I remembered I have on the list to do the dishes. And I was like, fine, I am doing the dishes. Remember, always the present tense. And I don't know, I've put a tarot reading on my phone. I had to put the clothes in the washing machine, and I was like, while reading the tarot reading, and I was really focused on that, I actually started doing the dishes without even realizing. And once I realized what I was doing, I was like, oh my God, this works. And I was so proud of myself when I checked that in the evening, and I was like, I did that. And it wasn't a dread. It wasn't a trauma to do the dishes like it used to be. It felt natural. I didn't even realize it. So my personal experience says this works. And if you would like, and you are trying this, please comment and tell me your experience. Tell me how this works for you. If you have any ideas or any improvements, please let me know. And I really hope you've enjoyed this. I know I did. And maybe in the future, I will do something else. Remember that our personal experience in this spiritual path of growth, of growing spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, we come across experiences that other people have too. And telling someone what you've been through and how you got out of it could actually help. And that is why I hope this is useful for someone. I've done it. I achieved it. And this is how this channel, this YouTube channel, was born. I got the courage, I got the drive, and also the discipline to record. So, brave soul, thank you for being here. And I hope to see you next time. Bye.